Last year at the Dirty Reiver, I clocked a time of 6 hours and 57 minutes. The 12th fastest time of the day. But it wasn't a day without incident. In the first hour of the ride, I managed to lose one of my 2 bottles, and because of that, I had to ride pretty much the first 100 kilometers on 1 bottle, getting rather dehydrated in the process. And to make matters worse, that meant I only actually had 1 bottle on my bike, so I had to stop at a further 2 aid stations to refill, costing me even more time. But this year, I'm coming back with a plan to go even faster. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking you through my kit, my bike setup, and my strategies for the day. And you'll have to stick around to the very end of the video where I'm going to throw my bike on the scales so you can see just how heavy my rig is for the Dirty Reiver 2026. So now it's time to talk through my kit for the day. So we'll start off with my skin suit. This is my Club no pin skin suit. Very comfortable. I really like riding this. I do every gravel race in this. It does have a number pocket, but I think you just have a number board for this event, seeing as it's not a race. For a base layer, I'm wearing one of my favourites that I've got is my Siroko merino wool base layer and a cheap pair of AliExpress Aero socks. Because I've got a skin suit on, that's basically all I'm wearing. Then to keep my head safe, very important, I have got my brand new Van Rysel RCR-F helmet, which feels extremely aero and is actually pretty well ventilated. And to protect my eyes, I have some Siroko cycling glasses. Some other clothing I'm bringing to meet the mandatory kit requirements is I have this waterproof jacket. It's pretty much the lightest one I've got. It's a really old Decathlon one. I think I bought when I was 14. I have a buff, which is like in my club kit colours, and a spare base layer. This MBO one is the lightest base layer I own. Don't intend to wear it, just to meet the kit requirement. And slightly controversially, yes, I am running road shoes for this gravel event. Now, I do have gravel shoes. I've got a set of nice DMT gravel shoes. But considering the length of the event and the fact that last year I didn't once have to get off my bike, and I don't anticipate having to do that this year either, I prefer the sort of more stable platform road cleats give me. And it also allows me to run my Favero power meter, which is really important for me because I'm in the final stages of testing the Think Rider PP5 on my bike. And what better way to test it than getting a full 7-hour event worth of data to see if there's any drift or not. In terms of nutrition, I'm running a Camelback rather than bottles, as last year within the first half hour, one of my 2 bottles bounced out and I got seriously dehydrated. In the Camelback, I pre-measured out 300 grams of sugar with some electrolyte powder mixed in. I've got 5 High 5 energy gels. These are 23 grams of carbs each. And then another 240 grams of carbs in the form of Jelly Babies, my go-to on-ride snack. So in total there, we're looking at knocking on the door of 700 grams of carbs. Absolutely spot on for a 7-hour event. And then moving on to some of the tech I'll be running. First up, my Garmin Edge 840. Absolutely spot on, massive battery life. I can keep the course GPX on here. There often are long stretches where there's not a soul around, so it's really reassuring to have a GPX on a head unit. I've got my Garmin heart rate monitor. This thing just works. And front and rear lights, which are again part of the mandatory kit for this event. Then the kind of YouTuber side of things, I have my chest harness and my Insta360 Ace Pro 2 along with spare batteries so I can bring all of you guys along for the ride. Moving on to sort of spares and tools, I'm going to bring 4 spare TPU tubes as I really don't want a puncture ruining my event. Then to inflate them, I've got both my Cyc Plus electric pump and a backup manual pump. I've got a pair of muck-off tyre levers and my nice toe peak ratchet out of my saddlebag kit, along with a set of tubeless plugs just in case I might be able to use them. But hopefully these Thunderbirds are going to be super puncture protective. And the final piece of mandatory kit is an emergency survival bag with attached whistle, which I don't know about you, but I really hope I don't have to use. And then what it's all going in is my Duta Ascender 6 running bag that I always use for gravel events now, as it's really, really lightweight. And yeah, just works brilliantly. And what I really like about running bags versus a lot of the cycling ones is all the pockets on the front to put snacks and gels, and for me with the YouTube to put all my camera spares in as well. Quickly, before taking a look at my bike, let's have a quick chat about my goals for the event. The Dirty Reiver is a 200-kilometre gravel event, and while strictly speaking not a race, it certainly feels like one when you're riding, and people are going out there all out for a good time. Especially when riding at the front, it really does feel like any other gravel race. Now last year I managed to hold the front group for around 80 kilometers of the full 200, but this year my goal is to be able to stick with that group for even longer, as because it's such a long event with relatively high speeds, being in a group and drafting really matters. So my goal this year is to stay with that front group well past the halfway mark, but who knows what the dynamic will be on the day. And fingers crossed, hopefully, if everything all goes to plan, I should be able to improve on my time of 6 hours and 57 minutes from last year. And who knows, I mean, my real ambitious goal would be go under 6 hours and 45 minutes. And along the way, set a top 10 best time. But it'll all depend on how good the other riders are that take to the start line. You can drop your predictions below on what you think my time's going to be. And one small favour, if you're not already, please do get yourself subscribed. We're agonisingly close to the 10,000 subscriber mark now. And if you want to see my result before anybody else, hop over onto Strava and give me a follow on there, as you'll be able to follow all my training and racing over the coming months. Right, time to take a look at the bike. And here we go, the bike is ready to ride. Let me talk you through what is on my bike for the Dirty Reiver this weekend. So I have taken off the Super Team wheels, unfortunately, as I want to run my deeper Yoeleo Pro C45 wheels along with these absolutely wicked Thunderbird tyres. I've also got a cactus rotor on the front and the same on the rear. I've got my older one of these Speed Hour cassettes, the same one as in the video, except for in rainbow. I have kept this really tight fitting 44 tooth chainring because I haven't managed to get another one in time. I still need to have a bit of a play with the spacing on it, and I am running 165 Think Rider cranks with a PP5 Spider power meter. I am going to be running my Asiamas as well for the day, but I've just got these pedals on for now. And then for the real star of the show, I have brought back out the Redshift Shockstop Pro seat post, along with my SLR Boost saddle, which in theory, combined with these really wide, supple mountain bike tyres, should be supremely comfortable over the 200-kilometre distance. Up front, it's the same as it was before, running the stock light carbon out front mount and my wheel top shifters. That, yeah, I find the ergonomics of these shifters absolutely brilliant, way better than my old SRAM ones. And I think this is a 120 stem on the bike here with a 38 centimetre width. Finally, yeah, my rear mech is a Wheeltop GEX wireless rear mech, and it's been working really, really well for me lately. I've been really enjoying it. As you can see right now, I have got a bottle on the bike, but for the event, I am going to be running a Camelback. So yeah, this cage will be coming off on the day, and I'll have a few spares in the down tube compartment instead of running my saddlebag. And yes, you may be wondering, why the heck am I running road pedals in a gravel event? Well, to be honest with you, in all the gravel events I did last year, there's not been a single moment where I've needed the soles of my shoes to walk. So yeah, I thought, why not use my road shoes? I find them more comfortable than my gravel shoes. And yeah, it means I can run a second power meter to really give the final test to this Think Rider. And yeah, I think that is basically it when it comes to my bike setup. You'll have to let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to be a fast build or not? I mean, from my initial riding just out around the forest here today, it has felt absolutely wicked, but there's been some pretty good tailwinds at times, so maybe that's come into play a little bit. But yeah, these Thunderbirds are really impressing me. And combined with that Redshift seat post, they are supremely comfortable, completely ironing out all the bumps in the gravel. It is so impressive. The only annoying thing is what I did to my hand while I was washing up last night. I managed to take a big chunk out the top of my hand doing the washing up when I cracked a glass by accident. It's currently Wednesday, and yeah, I'm really hoping it's healed up by Saturday. The doctor said it should be okay, but yeah, not the best preparation really. I hope you enjoyed looking at my bike quickly there. There's one last thing to do, and that is throw the bike on the scales. So on the Part Tool scales then, zeroing them nicely, fully ready to ride. The bike is clocking in at 8.86 kilos. So definitely not light, but for a gravel bike complete with mountain bike tyres and this heavy Shockstop Pro seat post, I think that's pretty decent. So Sunday's video is going to be one you really don't want to miss. I'm going to be bringing you through the full 200-kilometre event. I am so excited to give it another go this year, but that's all we've got time for today. I'll see you all soon on Sunday.